Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be checking out Bear Surfin' Mega Wave by developer Jake Clover with music by Scrogonaut. This is a bear surfing game with a whole lot of flashing lights and colors, and I do want to mention, as I often do off the top of a video, if you have any trouble with seizures or epilepsy, you may not want to watch this one. I know this seems to come up a lot, but I also just like to cover a lot of psychedelic style games. This happens to be one of them, and it's a rather micro-formatted game. There's not a whole lot to see in it, but it is rather action-packed and fun, easy to grab and pick up and play, and very addictive after you've played a few rounds, partially due to the music, partially due to the crazy design of the whole thing. But why don't we jump right into a few runs, and I'll try my best to explain the chaos that's going to ensue right after this opening cutscene. So, absolutely no surfing on this wave. We are a bear, and we have some kind of enabling friends here who want to convince us that maybe that wave is the wave for us. I know this seems to be a surfing mentality. We've got to find the most dangerous looking wave and throw our bodies at it and hope for the best. And in this case, there's a lot of things trying to maul us and kill us, and usually the bear does the mauling. In this case, I guess things are sort of reversed. Want to grab crates to try and add up to like a rage mode where you get to do a super attack, and then we've also got some med kits which we can pick up to restore our hearts, and we can also avoid things like sharks and mines, as well as a bunch of crazy things like missiles and giant fish and things that'll show up later. And then we just got to watch our heart containers, which will be in the top left corner, along with a timer that'll be ticking down to let us know how far through the game we made it. So let's give it a run. So right away, things already start. There are sharks coming at us from all directions, and you might hardly be able to follow where my bear is on the screen, and that's quite alright. You will get the hang of it eventually. It's one of those games where, sort of like Geometry Wars, I think part of the challenge is just learning how to even look at the thing properly and still understand what you're looking at, and be able to react in time, because this is very much a reaction time, dexterity-based game. So all we have to really interact with the whole thing is just our mouse cursor. Mouse cursor happens to be a surfing bear in this case, and as you can see, I was taken out by a massive giant fish who seems to have not been too keen on me surfing on that wave. I'm not quite sure why the fish was so angry at me, but I guess maybe they wanted revenge for all the salmon that had been spawning upstream that the bear had eaten. I don't know, let's give it another run! Alright, so let's grab some crates, Making note, of course, of the excellent music. I know I've sort of already touched on this just very briefly, but this is one of those games where I think the music kind of makes or breaks the experience along with the over-the-top animation style. And I really like the fact that, and I've seen this in a few other games of this similar ilk, that the music never stops playing, whether you're in a run or not. So you just feel like you're always part of this endless journey of success or failure. Oh god! Alright, I didn't know where the fish was going to go. I happened to land on the wrong side of the screen there. Let's try again. Each time we should make a little bit of progress, hopefully, if we're lucky, or I'll just get eradicated by sharks at the very beginning. As you can see, the fish turn into mines, the shark will lurch straight at us, the mines, well, they're just kind of there, and who knows what even happens after the fish. Well, actually I do, because I did a couple of runs before I did this recording, and it doesn't get easier, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so we're lining up for the fish jump here. I don't know where it's going to come from, but let's go under it. Alright, cool. And this one, we're going to go under it as well. Alright, we actually made it through. Something dangerous is happening. I think a dragon just shot at me. Now there's missiles coming up from the ground. I don't know where I am. Oh my god, I can't actually follow where the bear is. Alright, now I can. There's colorful flowers, and I'm dead. Yeah, it's useful to follow the colors when possible, just because I think that's going to give you something to kind of track onto your character with a little bit better. And also note there is some decent invincibility frames after you get hit once, so if you are worried about, you know, basically getting combo streaked to death or something, that's probably not going to happen, or at least not super likely to happen, but, you know, I guess maybe if you have a particularly horrible run of form, it's possible. Oh, that's a horrible line of sharks. Okay, get the med kit. I might survive long enough for the shark, or the fish, and I did. Alright, I can't kill the fish, apparently, and also having a larger bear is probably a dangerous scenario for me. Alright, I don't know what the dragon's doing, but it scares me every time. I think it's gonna bite me. I think it's just there for decoration, which is not really typical of dragons. You know, maybe sometimes it is. Oh my god, I can't seem to make it past that. Alright, let's try again. Noting, of course, that my timer seemed to have gotten to about 700 something in the amount of time that I've spent. So that means that the majority of the game is still ahead of us. I have not seen most of it yet. In fact, the missiles were where I stopped on my prior runs before I did the recording. And the fact that this is still as addictive and the fact that I want to keep trying it says some good things going on here to me. I enjoy what's going on here. Okay, so here come the fish, getting ready. I like that the events are like the main parts of the game are the fish and like the missiles and things like that, and you can kind of just ride through the easier parts as you get ready for the more scary events. And I think as I am playing this more and more, I'm getting more accustomed to when things are going to happen and how to react to them. So, you know, hopefully I will make a little bit more progress each time, or every few times anyway. Okay, this is actually really easy to predict. I'm just terrible, I guess, because now that I see what's going on, oh god, there's a submarine. It's blocking where those missiles were coming from. Oh, there's going to be more missiles, of course. Can I just stand right here? Oh, no! No, I can't. Okay, I don't know what happened. Giant mine, I guess, came out of that submarine. You know, it's weird because I can't really compare this to very much. I can't think of a lot of games that play exactly like this. You know, it feels like a bullet hell style game, but there's no shooting in return. It's all just avoiding, although I guess there are a few bullet hell style games like that. But I'm not regularly familiar with them, not well-versed in that subgenre of shooters. But I guess, like, a reverse shmup is kind of the closest thing that I could come up with to this. Like, reverse meaning, like, you're going down instead of going up, which is not exactly reverse. I guess, in some ways, a reverse shmup would be, like, you're shooting all the enemies as if you're the enemy and there's one hero. Oh, okay, I just randomly died there. I don't actually know what killed me that time, but I think we're gonna wrap up a rather short and very action-packed episode here just by saying go check out Bear Surfin' Mega Wave. The title, too, is just, like, kind of silly. Totally free to download if you want to go try it. It is a lot of fun, and I would love to see what happens as we get further into the game, as well as I think I want to go get the soundtrack. I'm really grooving on this one, and it is also available at the same link, I believe, that I'm going to be posting for the download on this. And my apologies that I've talked through basically the entire episode. I know I do this on occasion, but yeah, go check this out for yourself so you can hear the music firsthand, and you don't have to listen to me jibber-jabbering over top of it. So try and guide your bear to victory, guys. Let me know if you encounter any really cool events in this later on in the comments. I want to hear from you, of course. Tell me what you think of this game. Tell me if it's too psychedelic for you, or if it's just psychedelic enough, or if they could have raised the chaos levels, or whatever you think about it. Opinions are always welcome here in the comments section. So if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. Description is going to have all of the links for it, not only for the game, but also for my social media stuff. You want to go check me out in other venues, I've got my Twitter, my Facebook, and of course, indie-impressions.com, where you can go to check out over 750 other episodes of Indie Impressions. Plenty more to see. They're all sorted and categorized over on the site. And of course, I hope to see you again tomorrow. New episodes go up every single day on Indie Impressions, so if you are interested in seeing a new indie game every single day, feel free to come on back. And if you find yourself here a lot, consider hitting the subscribe button. It helps me out a whole bunch. So I will see you then. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you have a fantastic night. So be careful out there. Bear surfing, everybody. See you later.